Yeah, that was him.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, he looking like one of these new niggas.
I still remember when he was telling that story when he was shooting in the crib.
Most
That's one of the
story ever.
That was like, I flipped over the coach.
That's hilarious.
Dog, I was like, Soulja Boy, a wild boy, dog.
He sounded like he was lying the whole time.
You know damn well he was lying.
Dre.
That's
still a classic.
That nigga got mad when Drake was like, yeah, Bow Wow, man, I appreciate you for,
He was in his chest, dog.
He was like, you gonna shout out Drake? But you took my
Drake.
bar.
Bar for bar, that's me.
You stole my whole swag.
He did steal that song though.
Yeah, he did.
Like,
He did for real. No one noticed it until he said something.
At all. I was like,
that's the crazy part. Everybody was like, damn, he really did.
Episode 195 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
This your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchup, aka Mr. Give It To Me. How y'all doing this week?
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Sifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
It's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that. Don't be doing
Right.
my take that now.
Dog, I be jigging with it too. Like, take that.
You can jig, but don't do them with him. That's all.
Like, dang. Oh, selfish bud.
You already joined in on the gentleman part. You know, I'll let you take that part, but let me keep my take that's, fam.
Bill's gonna be doing the only taking on this podcast.
Right. Key to the city and shit.
Whatever y'all do in the privacy of y'all homes, if y'all like to take it, that's your own business, fam.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
We're adamant about ownership of the taking.
Hey, I'm just saying. That's why I brought that up.
I take mine around here, G.
Hey, your house is your house, man.
All right. So go ahead and follow us on our social medias. You can find us on the Instagram and Twitter at Technical File.
Mm-hmm.
You can also find us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You're damn right.
You can also go on over to Facebook, Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got a Facebook group that's kind of linked to that. There's a Technical File Pod Overtime where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and the fam.
Indeed.
Last but not least, we may have others, but for now, go ahead and find us on YouTube. See our beautiful faces, see the cheeses, the smiles, the teethuses, everything. Right here on the YouTube, Technical File Podcast. Yeah.
You were saying smiles, but look, if Eric had the straightest face, he was looking the meanest. Tim was like, look at our beautiful smiling faces. Eric was like,
The Grinch, bro.
He was for the 316 and put, give me hell yeah, this motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
But like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share it with everyone you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, your baby mama, baby daddy, whoever. Wherever you're listening right now, share. Whoever next to you right now, share it with them. Tell them about it. We don't grow without y'all, man. Sharing is caring. So let this fam grow.
mm-hmm.
As every week, make sure y'all download the Good News Radio app so y'all can interact with us live every Tuesday. I got caught my phone, so.
So I'm like,
I wasn't ready to do all this talking. But
Looking like the Jason Terry meme, like Marco Rubio and shit.
Make sure y'all download the app, man. Make sure y'all show us, man. Let us know that y'all want to interact with us and y'all doing the challenge. It's easy. It's simple, man. Download the app. Do it now.
Earth man.
Wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Yes, sir.
Stitcher, SoundCloud,
Yeah, we got too.
Spotify,
Spotify.
Yes,
Pandora.
Pandora.
Yeah.
Amazon
I'm about to
Music.
say something about random, but Amazon Music.
I mean, you want to do Pandora there, box plays, pause. Amazon Music.
Lord, you.
You know Pandora's box, open it. You know?
Yeah. Taking it, box. Jesus Christ.
I'm going to get lazy.
iHeartRadio,
Boom, boom.
Himalaya,
Like a player.
Wooshka,
Ooska.
and the Good News app.
Good
Good News Radio.
Yes, sir. Every time you say
Action
good
voice guy.
news, I think that you are about to be like, new shoes, new shoes.
Hey, that's that shit around here. The new shoes, the fake meat, all of that. Fake meat, fake
I was
meat.
like, good news,
Say
good
fake
news.
meat.
Yeah, Pops was talking about the hamburgers at McDonald's and shit. When he told me he's eating this fast food, he's like, fake meat, fake meat.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, he definitely was.
I remember that, yeah. But yeah, Good News app. We are there live every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you download the app, listen live on the app, and join in with the show, man. Be part of the show. It's a chat room functionality and everything. So come on through. Come on through.
6
What
to
y'all
8.
waiting for? What y'all waiting for? 6 to 8. Come on through Tuesdays.
Yep. And wherever you're listening to this podcast right now, while there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
For sure, for sure.
Yes, and DF on the pull a Kim. Like, oh, this is my turn to talk.
He forget. Hey, why I gotta be pulling the beat? Ain't that about a bitch?
You the one who did it.
Every week it's the same shit.
Trying to take a
You're
drink,
like, oh,
man.
it's my part? Like, we've been doing
I
it
wasn't
like,
expecting to start talking.
How am I supposed to know Cottonmouth just gonna sneak up on me? How am I supposed to know that?
Stay hydrated, my brother.
Hey,
Right,
that's
the thirst came
a
upon
key.
There you go.
Brother,
We want to
stop.
shout out our top listening cities and our international listeners from the past week. So, number 1, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Shout out to y'all, hometown. Y'all rightful place at the top of the listening cities. Number 2, we had Oak Creek, Wisconsin.
Hello,
Okay,
neighbor.
Oak Creek, what's going on?
Number 3, we had Essex, Maryland.
Exit? What is it?
Essex.
Essex.
God damn, why I can't say that? Yo, y'all do y'all. Welcome.
All them S's and that X. Never mind. Number 4, we got Racing, Wisconsin.
Hello, neighbor.
Racine, what's going on?
Then we hit him with the Racilla.
Nah.
Racilla.
What was good without it? Don't remind him of that shit.
Number 5, we got Chicago, Illinois.
Chi-Town, what's
Chi-Town.
going on? Always showing love.
Number 6, we got Spring, Texas.
Spring, Texas.
What up?
What's going on?
Number 7, we got Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn, what's going on? Welcome.
Ashburn back again. Huh? Okay, I see y'all.
Number 8, we got Tampa, Florida.
What's going on, Tampa? See y'all's down there for Mania.
Mhm.
See y'all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, y'all was out there in that.
Wildin'.
I see y'all.
Number 9, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cypress,
Hey,
Texas. What's going
Cypress.
on? Welcome. Texas
Good old
love.
state.
Consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 10, we got Irving, Texas.
Irving, what's going on? Welcome.
What up?
Texas love. K-Town, where you at?
K-Town ain't here today. International
Bring us down on that
listeners. International listeners included the United Kingdom,
UK, what's going on?
hello.
Ukraine,
Hello, Governor.
Belgium,
Hey.
Belgium.
Singapore,
Singapore,
Okay,
welcome.
Okay, Singapore. Welcome.
right, Italy,
Italy, welcome.
and New
Good job.
Zealand.
New Zealand, what's going on? Welcome. Come on back now.
You hear?
You here?
Sport fact of the week.
Yeah, today, as we record, April 13th, is the 5-year anniversary of Kobe Bryant's last NBA game. He dropped 60 on the Utah Jazz.
On 50 shots, wasn't it?
Goat out here.
60 on
Probably.
50?
Kobe fashion.
Damn near. Well, he got there though.
Don't have to check there.
Hey, that's why his retirement game was. It was perfect. It was the perfect game.
Yeah.
It was like
it summed up everything in one game for him. I was there with I was told y'all earlier. I was there with looking like the Jordan meme, watching the whole game and
crying. One tear.
Oh, man.
One tear.
Why you
I remember that game because it came on late, and I was like, I'm tired. I was like, I do not want to. But I was like, it's Kobe last game.
We
I'm
used to
gonna
that
sit here
shit,
and watch it. You used to it.
Lakers
I'm a
fans.
Bucks fan. I don't be up watching them West Coast games when they go west.
That was going on at the same time that the Warriors were going for 73 wins, so it was just like it was a night on NBA Twitter.
Yeah, and I picked Kobe over the Warriors because I was like, this is the last time I'm gonna see Kobe. So
I think the Warriors were playing for like Memphis or some shit. Like,
Yeah,
it ain't matter. Like,
we ain't trying to see all that.
Oh, they got that.
right.
It was Kobe went 22 for 50. He shot 44% from the field. Jesus Christ, he was 6 of 21 from 3. Took 21 threes in this game.
He was full.
He said, "Fuck it, chuck it, dog."
Hey, old man Kobe.
This is the offense tonight. Give me the ball, motherfucker. That's the offense.
Remember, they gave it to him. Like, he kept saying, like, "Oh, y'all want me to?" He's like, "Oh, y'all want me to shoot?"
Well,
I'm not gonna say no.
Tell me twice, goddammit.
Say less.
It's my whole career shooting on it. Go ahead and let me get
4 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, and a block.
Yeah, that's a Kobe stat line for sure.
Yeah, it was a good game. I remember getting geeked when he got hot in that set because he started off cold.
Yeah,
and then when he got hot,
cold.
I was like, "Oh my god, this nigga Kobe!" Like, it's gonna be in my Facebook memories tomorrow because it was after midnight when the game ended, and I was like, "Perfect game! Like, this was great. This was everything."
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Black Mamba.
Exactly.
Sure. Mamba mentality.
All day.
You can see that all throughout the game. This
Including
week's show.
I was gonna say, including the women's basketball national championship. Sure.
Yeah. Just the game of basketball, just all through the game, man. Mamba mentality is real. This week's episode is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do. So, I mean, there's the rundown, of course. We're going to go through the topics, but we're actually going to have some more fleshed out conversation just around some topics, some big topics, because this past week, there's been some news for sure, but nothing that it ain't a loaded slate like we've had before. So we gonna take some time and just have some conversations about things. It's a very NBA heavy show, so I'm gonna let y'all know that now. There is barely any football on this docket. The draft is coming up with the NFL, so we know they gonna get their shine later on. But this is a primarily NBA show this week. I'm sure Eric's happy about that.
As well it should be.
All right, let's get into it. So we're going to start here because it's just top of mind. The NBA postponed Monday's Minnesota-Brooklyn game, and then MLB postponed Monday's Twins-Red Sox game following the police shooting of Dante Wright in Minnesota. The Timberwolves and the Nets played their game this afternoon. I'm not sure if the Twins and Red Sox when that game was rescheduled to, but since we're going to be just here talking and whatnot, I just wanted to ask y'all, how are y'all doing? Because this is unfortunately a common occurrence where we see that our lives just aren't as valued, where people can make mistakes in their field and people try to justify that mistake, even though it ends in death. So I just wanted to check where y'all were mentally before we even really got into the show, because y'all mental well-being is important. And I know I've been personally struggling today, and I've tried to even avoid reading too much into it because I'm trying not to have this wound reopened again, but like I can't help it. Like I still feel for it. So I just wanted to check on y'all because, you know, y'all are Black men. I know this hits differently for y'all.
Just a bit of housekeeping. They did play the Red Sox Twins game this afternoon. So
okay.
I haven't like thought out these thoughts. But I know one thing I was thinking yesterday is just like when we were kids and they talked about like video games and music, not music, well, yeah, video games, music, movies, television, like all that stuff was just like hyper violent and hypersexual, and just like we're desensitizing people to, and like I never got that because I was like, I mean, violence is like, it's not like I'm watching this movie and it's like I don't care about people getting shot in the street, or I'm listening to this music and it, gang violence just doesn't matter to me anymore because it's entertaining. Like I was always able to kind of differentiate between the two. Mm-hmm. So it never made sense to me. But like the last, honestly, at this point, it's not even the last few years. Like the last bunch of years, like as we've gone through so many of these instances, it's just like I haven't become desensitized to it. It's just like Jesus Christ, like it's happened so frequently. It's just like hard to discern like one from the other. It's just like it's another one. And it's like thinking back through the pandemic, like I watched this documentary on HBO about like the day that sports stood still, and like they got past like the initial quarantine and everybody getting adjusted to that, and then like it started with like the George Floyd, all that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, like this is when the NBA shut down, and I was like, nope, wrong shooting. Like that was Jacob. It's just like it's hard keeping track like the timeline just because like it happens so regularly and so often. Like we're put back into this place where we have to deal with another police shooting of an unarmed black person for bullshit reasons. It's exhausting.
Very
mentally,
exhausting.
Emotionally, it's just exhausting, and like that's how it feels every time this shit happens. It's just like fuck.
And you got motherfuckers coming out, and it's always somebody that got to explain it away. Always explaining it away.
Always.
And it's always the same talking points. It's like y'all bring your shit up, we shoot the shit down every time because it doesn't make fucking sense. Yeah. And then the next time it happens, it's the same fucking cycle.
Should have complied. Why didn't he? Like, it's funny when even with the military, I forgot what his name was. The incident that happened with the military personnel. Like, I was looking at that and I was like, it's wild because I won't say some, probably later on in life, a couple of my tickets have been while in uniform. So I've gotten tickets from the police while in uniform. I'll handle my ID and my military ID while in uniform, and I still got tickets while in. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I guess no slack whatsoever, and it wasn't even. It was interesting. So when I seen that, I was like, they don't honestly give a fuck about you being in your uniform, like at all. The only people that would be conflicted is the ones that are truly, oh, you hurrah, the uniform and Blue Lives Matter. Like them motherfuckers would be conflicted. Other than that, nobody else. As far as law enforcement goes, if you black in a uniform, they don't give a shit.
I mean, you can be black in a police uniform, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit.
It don't matter.
I was just like, that's why people are like, well, he was in his uniform. I'm like, you don't fucking care, bro. You black. You just got a different change of clothes on. That's it.
Yeah.
You just trying shit on and walking around and shit. Like it's just, it don't fucking matter.
Yeah. Like where I'm at with everything is like Eric said it perfectly, is that it's draining. Like seeing it, and it's just like, yo, like we like for real for to go through this shit again. And then for it to happen like miles away from George Floyd, and for that case and that trial to be going on right now too.
Same time.
It's just like, what, like, dude, like what the fuck? Like really? Like it's just draining. It's mentally and emotionally draining. The thing that's really getting me now, like more each day and the more that these start happening, is like being a father and having a son and like knowing that he's finna start getting to that age where I have to have conversations with him about like what he needs to do and how he should act like around the police and stuff like that. But as kids, like us growing up, police was looked at as, like, oh, they're there to protect us, they're there to help us. But now, like, you have to, like, kind of switch, like, do a total 360 on that, like, with our kids. And, like, train them, like, all right, like, if you get pulled over, make sure you don't reach for nothing. Keep your hands on the steering wheel. Say, yes, sir, all of this stuff, and just comply. And, like, to think that this is the type of world that we live in now is that each day, like, just knowing that it's a fear. Like you see a cop car,
Yeah.
like I don't want no like confrontation like with no cops, because every single black person that got shot by a cop, they did not know that it was going to be their day, that it was going to happen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the scariest part, that it can literally happen to any one of us, dude. Like we can be on the news, like our families can be suffering just by something so simple, something
Like
so
that,
minor,
man.
so minute. Like
That's-
it's just it's heartbreaking, like for real.
It's
Yeah.
that's what it's like having a wound, you know, and then it starts to scab over, and then they just rip the scab off and they stab you in the same place again. That's how I feel about America, like almost period, just from all the different events that I've had to experience, where it's like I'm getting to a point where I just feel so worn down, where it's like I don't know how I'm supposed to ever really heal from this, because it's like it keeps happening. So how am I supposed to get over it when it keeps happening and people who do it get off free?
Nothing. See,
Like there's no justice
the
system.
dude
there.
that
That's why I was
killed
getting mad. Like
the cop that killed Blake is actually back on duty in Kenosha.
Child, but yeah. Because luckily he didn't die in this instance. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like that's
yeah, man. Yeah.
for it to go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I couldn't even sleep last night. Like I was just up. Like and I think other black women could probably relate to this, because it's like we worry. Like we know stuff can happen to us for sure, but like to think like when my husband leaves the house, like I have to like, you know, like it's different levels of mental trauma that comes with it. Like the Fidel Castro shooting. That's the one that really, where I was like, my God, like she's right there. Their child is in the back seat. Like, I don't know,
Terrifying.
man.
Terrifying.
It's terrifying.
That was
terrifying.
Minnesota.
Also Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah. Like
Just because you said Fidel Castro, Philando Castile.
Sorry. Yeah, there it is. But
Somebody
it's
gonna be
just
like, what the hell are you talking about?
it's tiring. It's difficult, but I wanted to see where y'all were at, and I wanted to let y'all know, like I think I do pretty regularly, but I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
yeah, appreciate
And
that.
if you're just a black man listening to this, like I love you too. Like I truly have so much love for black men, for black women, and just know that y'all be in my prayers. I'll be thinking about y'all. I'll be praying for y'all. If I ever see y'all out and you look like y'all need some help, I'm gonna do what I can do to help. Like, I got y'all back. I got y'all back in any way that I can. I just want that to be known for sure.
Appreciate that, Millie.
Absolutely.
I was gonna say because y'all my niggas, but that's kind of. But the next subject is about
The next topic.
nigga. Yeah,
Lord Jesus.
Kyrie Irving and Dennis Schroeder both got ejected from the Lakers Nets game that the Lakers surprisingly won.
Surprisingly.
Niggas y'all didn't have nobody.
I'm joking.
But apparently their interaction began because Dennis Schroeder called him a nigga. Like if you see the clip, they had been yawing at each other. Yeah, he was like chill, nigga. Like, all right, dang, like, my bad. And Kyrie lost it. Like he completely lost it and was just pretty much saying like, don't call me. Yeah, like don't call me that. You don't know me like that. This and this and that. And then the following day, Kyrie tweeted out the following quote: "The N-word is a derogatory racial slur. It will never be a term of endearment, reclaimed, flipped. Never forget its foul and true history. Throw that N-word out of the window, right alongside all those other racist words used to describe my people. We are not slaves or ends." Other sports shows have had this conversation. I'd be like, why y'all having this conversation when y'all not part of this community? Like Skip Bayless, don't really care what you have to say about it. If you can't say it while we having a conversation about whether it should be said or not, I don't value your opinion on it. That's just how I feel about it. Like if you have
might
to
as well
say,
have Papa John dude in here talking about
no, he wants to say it.
It took him a year to get it out of his vocabulary.
It still ain't out. The motherfucker here.
Dude had to go to rehab for the N-word.
For the N-word, bro.
N-word.
Like here's the thing with Kyrie, and like I have to keep reminding myself because like some of his antics, I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? But I recognize that he's going through his awakening, and it's something that happens that I've seen happen. I'm not gonna say that it does happen, but I've seen it happen to more than my fair share of Black people in their late 20s. Like, I went through it to an extent, and you become so aware of history, you become so aware of, you know, like what we've gone through as a people in this country that, you know, like it follows a certain path, and like you have to kind of go through it and then learn, like come out the other side and learn, like, okay, like where am I within this? I don't even know what to call it. Right. Like you kind of have to find your way. And I see him going through that, and it's not for anybody else to be able to be like, okay, you should or shouldn't do this, or you know, like it's for him to kind of figure out and to find his place in the world. And so like a lot of people going through that awakening, it's like you kind of like your reaction to certain things is kind of like, okay, I reject that. And like, you should like feel the same way that I feel, because like, this is what we've been through, and like, we should stop saying the word, and we should, you know, like just super militant, pro-Black, everything. Like, and it's fine. Like, again, like he's kind of finding his way, but like, I see it that way. And it's just like, the way I went through is like, I personally don't want to be called a nigga. Like, I don't like it, like as a term of endearment, whatever, like just don't do it. Like, I'm not going to tell other people they shouldn't use it. I'm not going to tell other people that they shouldn't self-identify as one. But me personally, I don't like it in reference to myself. Before we started doing this podcast, like I pretty much completely exercised it from my
sorry
from my vocabulary. Yes, I'm blaming all y'all. But at the same time, it's kind of like, again, like I turned 30 like since we've done this podcast, and it feels like I've just like come to realize like the power has been taken away from me, and it's like, if y'all want to use it, like please, by all means.
Jesus Christ. I don't mind. Use it 30 times episode.
Right, like just don't go, like I'm nobody's nigga. Like that's the way I feel personally, but like that's my personal opinion, and it's not for me to put that on anybody else.
Yeah,
so like that's the way I look at it with Kyrie.
And that's my whole thing with the word, where it's like, I use it because for me, it is not necessarily in term of endearment doesn't seem to fit properly. It's more of a term of inclusion. Like it's something that we can say to each other, and it shows like familiarity, I guess, in a way. Like I mean, nigga, you can say nigga, and it means like 8 different things depending on how you use it in that context.
Yeah, it's how you say it. Like,
including the negative, like if
noun,
that way.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it's one of those things where it's like Eric, how he was saying, like I prefer not to hear that. Like I know my mother, she hates that word, so I will not say it. Like I just won't say it when I'm around her, because I have like it's not a hard, like I can't, like I don't have like a thing where it's like I have to say it all the time. It's like it's used when it's
my quota for the day.
Right. Like it's used.
Oh man, I only got 5 niggas in today. I'm slacking.
So, but it's something about the word where it's like for example, I was stressed out earlier, and then Kendrick Lamar "All Right" came on, and you know the chorus, he's saying like, you know, nigga, like we gonna be all right, and it was like this song wouldn't hit the same if he didn't say nigga, and it's because it's for us. Like I understand that. You know what I mean? Like it's that's why I personally use it. Like y'all know I don't cuss, but I guess nigga, I don't know where that fits in the cussing realm, but
I ain't gonna say it's a cuss word,
but like
it's pretty close. I mean, technically, it's pretty close.
Like I can't say it at work, so I guess
so. It's pretty close.
So
it gets like bleeped on the radio, so.
Yeah, so like I definitely respect it. Like it's in my vocabulary. I use it to like greet people who are my friend. Like it's just part of the way that I speak. But as Eric was mentioned, like I can always respect somebody who's like, I don't like that word, or like call like I don't have a nigga quota. I ain't gotta say it all the time. Just I was just
you sponsored by nigga. I gotta get these niggas on, bro.
Right, see, like
messing up my bag.
It's interesting, this conversation, because again, like if anybody white was to say it to me, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
But
Yeah, for sure.
And like I said, like you said, it's not necessarily like it's an endearing term, but it's more so an understood term. I guess I'll put it like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily accepted by everybody. So
Right.
I can understand Eric's point to that nature because of the history, the past, and the origination of the word for our people. So I can understand all sides of it. But again, to go back to what Eric said, I wouldn't put that onus on other people because everybody isn't, one, educated in that manner, cultured in that manner, or give a fuck in that manner. Yeah. So you can't expect everybody to do the same or feel the same as you in that moment. So for Kyrie's instance, if that's how he felt, he definitely could have said something to Schroeder after the fact. Because in that moment, you still can control yourself. Like we said, like it's not like you can't control how you react in that moment. For some, like that's not the first time somebody called him that on the court. I'm sure.
He used to say it. But like he had an awakening. Like he's on his.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's not like you couldn't have controlled that in that moment as well. You chose to act out on it in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like
so he could have still had that conversation. Like, hey, from here on out, bro, don't like you could. What's our piece? But from here on out, that's not how I rock. That's not how I go. You ain't have to get ejected. You ain't have to turn into that.
I hear what you're saying.
You chose to do that.
Okay.
Question, like, and I know Ken, you haven't gone yet, but I wonder if Schroeder being German or like not being of African American origin, like if that makes a difference, like because
he gets treated the same way over there.
African German.
But I'm saying like he's not an American descendant of slaves. You know what I mean? Like he's not. He doesn't have that same exact. You know, like there's a different. You know, like there's a divide. Not a divide, but like there's a distinction between like Africans and African Americans or black people or, you know, like the descendants of slaves. Like
that's why I don't refer to myself as African American.
Yeah, like there's a difference. So I wonder if, you know, like Kyrie in his awakening is like, okay, well, you aren't part, like you guys said, like, a term of inclusion. Like you're not part of this group. Like, yes, we're black. Yes, we're part of the diaspora, but like, you're not American. Like you don't have the same ownership over that word that we do. And I don't know if that's the case. Like I'm realizing who is said, like what the actual interaction was and who was involved. And it's kind of like, maybe it's more of a trigger if it comes from somebody outside of.
Dennis has been in the league for what? 7 years?
As long as Giannis has.
Dang. He was 2013 class?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this point, like, I definitely, that's an interesting point. And no, I'll let Ken go, so you ain't going yet. I won't cut you off.
Oh, no, it's not. But, like, I understand both sides. Like, if, you know, a white person came up to me, it was just like, you know, nigga this, nigga that, all that. Of course, I'm gonna take like huge fist to it. Like I'm pissed. Like I'm gonna go how Kyrie went. Like my initial reaction was like I'm gonna whoop your ass. Like you know, like well, you know, y'all know I'm a shooter, so I'm
nigga, don't say that.
I know you can be getting shots up, bro. You know, I feel you.
Yeah,
in the gym.
They wasn't with you shooting in the gym.
Yeah, I stayed in the gym. But yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I understand. Like. The side of don't call me that because of, you know, everything like all of that. But y'all know how loosely like I use it.
Yeah.
And you know
we've heard.
So like, you know, I might be the wrong person to talk about this at this point. But baby, I need to get educated. It's
that's your truth. Like
that's what I grew up with. Like I grew up in the hood. That's how we, you know
just rolled off the tongue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just
it really do though. Like it flows. Like it's but the thing with that too is like if I don't know you, like I'm not gonna walk up to a random black person and be like, "What's up, nigga?" Like I don't know you. Like
like bro, I don't know you. Don't know me like that, good.
Right? Like I don't know you. I don't know how you feel about that. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, but, yeah. If somebody come up to me like, "Yo, I hate the N-word. Don't use it around me." I respect that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like just like Will said, I can turn it off and on. They were like, I gotta say it all the time.
Sitting there looking, you know, nothing.
Saying ninja.
Right. I used to have a friend who used to say niggy.
That's even worse, kind of. Like it feels worse.
Like we were young. He's like niggy.
Nigga, yeah, that's
I knew somebody that was grown that said that.
Niggy.
Oh no, I don't need no grown up saying that. Man.
Talk about some diggy. But I was back.
You got a couple fights that night just because of that.
It's such an interesting term.
Yeah, exactly.
The only concrete rules I have is if you ain't black, don't say it.
Yep.
Like that's
as simple as that.
That's really out the like.
As simple as that. It's a rumor that Kyrie is thinking about changing and becoming Muslim too. Like that's something I heard. That's like a rumor out there I heard, and I was like, I can see that for him. I can see him becoming
it's a disciplined religion. Oh, shout out to all the if we have any Islam listening to the pod. Happy Ramadan, fam. Happy
Ramadan. Absolutely.
But yeah, it's an interesting conversation. But I just wanted to know what y'all thought about that. WrestleMania 37 was this past weekend. They had WrestleMania Saturday. They had WrestleMania Sunday. So I'm going to ask y'all straight up, first of all, which night was better, Saturday or Sunday?
The first night. The first night was cracking.
The first night was
cracking. I have not been that entertained by the WWE in a long time.
That's a fact.
Like for real, WrestleMania right before that. So for that night to deliver on that level, I was like, yeah, y'all did good. Y'all, bravo.
I was thoroughly sports entertained that night.
But still, boo Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, like if you notice, it was kind of weird during the intro. It's because WWE dubbed over like the actual crowd reaction. So Hogan was getting booed every time he every time he spoke, but Titus was getting cheered. Yeah, like somebody had a shot from like a video from the crowd. So like Titus would be speaking, and they'd be like, and then Hogan would like lift the mic up to his mouth and boo.
We don't fuck with you, though.
Take the hat off.
At least for the first day, I would assume it carried over.
That makes me happy. That makes me very happy.
That's funny. I'm
tired of them dubbing sounds over the crowd.
Everything, like, to be quite honest.
Yeah, like let the crowd be the crowd. Let it be. Live. Yeah, let it be what it is.
I enjoyed the crowd being back though.
Like I know all sports miss having fans, like, but wrestling really needs fans.
Yes.
Yes, like it really does.
It really needs fans. Now
they made this show.
I'm gonna guess that we all had the same favorite match from Saturday: Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Mm-hmm.
Next to that, because we're gonna talk about that. Mm-hmm. What was your other favorite match from the first night?
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. He was clowning, dog.
That man was really training for this.
He was wrestling.
For real, dude. I was like, what the fuck? He wrestling?
When he did that, what was that? The Canadian Destroyer? Oh my god! He came out of nowhere with that man. Said, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, oh, you came ready to play tonight. Okay. Okay, I was like, I ain't doing it. His little bunny top rope, jumping out the ring.
Man, every penny that the WWE paid him was worth it.
Mm-hmm. Bad Bunny has had himself quite the year. He's been 2-time platinum. Mm-hmm. He's in the WWE right now. Had damn near the match of the night at WrestleMania. Motherfucker got single. He got an album coming out, and he just dropped his tour dates.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's having himself the year. Like, okay. Oh, shit. I might even look up a Bad Bunny tour date. See where you at.
He ain't coming here. I look.
No, closer to Chicago.
It's,
I'm a fan.
Yeah.
He gained a fan. He definitely gained a fan.
Definitely one of the best celebrity wrestling matches I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hands down.
What's the punter?
Pat McAfee. I was saying,
he number one. He number one still. Pat McAfee. I was like, this dude, is he really a wrestler?
McAfee's also an athlete.
I'm saying, like, that's why he's number one. Bad Bunny is 2, though. That's the second best performance I've ever seen by any non-wrestler. Non-wrestler perform. But yeah, let's get Bianca Belair won the title from Sasha Banks. 0-6 Sasha Banks. She ain't never won at WrestleMania.
This is the longest title reign she had.
You said this the what?
This is the longest title reign she had. Because remember, she only keep it for like a week and a half. I'm like, bro, sometimes it's 3 days. I'm like, God dang, Sasha.
So if you're not a wrestling fan, part of what made that main event so special is, one, it was 2 black women headlining WrestleMania. It was the first time that has ever happened. If I remember correctly, it's also the first time there were 2 black people headlining WrestleMania. Not just women, but black people, period. Mm-hmm. It was the first time and it happened to be 2 black women. And this match had a lot of hype leading up into it, and they delivered. They delivered. That's hard to do when the hype is so high, and they delivered.
That was easily the match of the night. That shit.
Easy.
Oh, yeah. I'll say that might be the best wrestling match I've ever seen in my life. And I'm not exaggerating. From a storytelling perspective, I
don't know if I can say that.
I'm curious to know what you would have above it, but just from the start of I would implore, even if you're not a wrestling fan, I would implore you to start from the beginning of the promo package and just watch it completely through the end. If you just self-contain that story, the story that they told, and the athleticism in the match, the entertainment value, the fact that they kind of set up the hair thing at the end, because throughout the entire match, Sasha kept fucking with her hair and kept she made Bianca's hair into a weapon that she could use. Then setting up the final spot where she whipped her with it. Which,
oh my god!
Sounded like a gunshot.
Yeah, I was
oh my god! She immediately had a wound. It was immediate, from the front. It was from her front rib, all the way to the back rib, bro. I was like, holy shit! And I was actually talking that moment up too. I was like, man, I ain't seen her use the whip of her hair. It's just like Shayna Baszler. She used to use that motherfucking wow, god damn.
Cutting people up.
Yeah, bro.
I'll take that shit.
Yeah, bro.
It was also really cool seeing her dad and her family's reaction when she won, when Bianca, I know we just talking about Nick, but that was a nigga reaction. That's how we react in them situations, fam. He almost jumped over the barricade.
Yeah,
he was falling out. It was beautiful. It was also cool to see someone caught Sasha when she's supposed to be just kind of in the corner, and she was just smiling. She was just so proud in that moment, and that's big. Again, she's never won a WrestleMania, and for her to put someone over like that. And also have a smile on her face while doing it. You could understand that she knew the history that they were making.
Mm-hmm. Typically, it was Charlotte she was putting over anyways.
Yeah.
It was to your point about the smile after the match. It was the smiling before the match that really immersed me in the moment. It was kind of damn, they recognize how big a moment this is. 2 black
Bianca
women at the top of their profession in the top spot. With the spotlight on them, and for them to come out and completely deliver, you know what I mean? It wasn't oh, you can nitpick, oh, they should have done this, they should have fucking full stop deliver. It was just, I don't know, I had an emotional reaction to that match, which is some shit that I never had. The Bad Bunny match was super irritating. I was just oh shit, this is cold, and that match was hit me on a different level. I don't know how to explain it. How to put it in words, but
I think the way they set the card up too for Saturday night worked really well. Having that Bad Bunny match before the Bianca Belair Sasha match, I think worked really well because you were already excited, and then you get to the main event and it's we here.
This is why we here.
Exactly. They had that down. They had the Braun Strowman. I don't want to see Shane McMahon wrestle no more. I'm done. No more. No more. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's Shane going to Vince being Dad, come on, one more time. Or if it's Vince come on, Shane.
It's not a WrestleMania without a McMahon.
Look, over it.
Even with that being said, I didn't mind that match. I thought I was going to come in hate it and not want to watch it. But
that's how Sam was. She was I don't want to see that. It actually wasn't a bad match.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't want to see Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre either. And then
that was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was actually really good. That was a good way to start the night.
Yeah, I was surprised he was starting off with that, but it was a good match.
I can tell you this. Is how I can tell you it was a good match. I was cheering for Bobby by the end of it, and y'all know how I feel about Bobby Lashley.
Hey, I do not like dude. Let's go, Bobby.
When he won, I was
yeah. Hurt business.
I'm rooting for everybody black, so
hell yeah.
Man, he was always been a bland character to me. I feel you on the black thing, but Bobby Lashley has always been boring to me. But he had me cheering for him. Yeah,
MVP. The Almighty worked for him.
That's what I'm saying.
The Almighty that worked for him.
Then don't let him talk that much. Let MVP.
Yeah, exactly. He just fight. That's all.
Come in, fuck people up, and leave.
Hell yeah.
Speaking,
it's crazy to see his voice though. Like how Biggie, you expect him to have like this crazy, like deep or raspy voice.
No.
He got a reporter voice and shit when he talks.
He does have a reporter voice. But I mean, you dope though, bro. I ain't fucking
Yeah. I was cheering for you, bud.
Hell yeah, shut up.
Speaking of big,
he gotta be a wrestler, bro. What else can he do?
How big is the giant dude?
7'3".
He's 7'3"? Almost.
That's a big dick. Oh, that's a big dude.
He came out, we heard you the first time, fam.
hey, I got shamed and shit to say that. So now I'm just stop saying it and shit.
This will last about 10 more minutes before you shake that off. But no, he came out wearing a brunch fit, and I was like, where's his wrestling gear at? He came out with a jacket and a chain and dress shoes.
A lot of cloth to be making for wrestling attire.
It's a lot of mountain legs.
Just put this beater on, bro, and look at you.
It was like mesh. It was like a mesh. I don't know what that was about.
Dude, big as shit.
Night two was underwhelming to me.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. It started off very disappointing.
I think that was the problem. Like they started off with that dud of a match because like the rest of the card honestly wasn't that bad. Like the triple threat was good.
The triple threat was all I wanted to see on Sunday night. To be honest with you,
well, I wanted to see the Intercontinental just because I like Biggie and there's another black dude. So
that was Dabba-Kato, by the way, from Raw Underground. He's one of the fighter dudes.
Oh,
yeah, I knew.
I didn't know.
Sam didn't know who he was.
Who is that?
I'm like,
and the announcers also kept saying, "Who is that?" So it was like, y'all just had him on Raw during the pandemic, fam. Like
saying his name a million times.
I'm assuming he's supposed to be a different character, so they trying to play it up like
we just go act like last year didn't happen.
Who is this?
Speaking of that,
Jedi mind trick and shit.
You don't need an accent, fam. You can be Nigerian without a fake accent.
Just talk.
We have heard you speak for
that's
years.
Irritating.
It's super irritating.
That's mad irritating, bro. Just talk, B.
Thing's supposed to be.
Like,
So since Big E lost this title, they go push him for the Universal title, or what? He on SmackDown?
Yeah.
He on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So he gonna get pushed now for the big title.
They've been setting him up for it for a long time. So. I don't know if he'll go directly into it, but yeah, that's basically the next evolution.
Okay. Ooh, Big E Roman Reigns match.
They if they
like,
work
as of right now, I would say SummerSlam like that. I would pencil that in, but
that'd be nice.
They built that right. That'd be nice.
I mean, it was enjoyable. I liked having it over 2 days because when they was trying to make WrestleMania an 8-hour,
that's
fam, it was too much.
Yeah, that's exhausting.
We had wrestling since last Monday so far.
I hear you, but I only watched on Sunday,
right?
Or Saturday and Sunday. I didn't watch none. I was like, I didn't watch all on WrestleMania.
No, I call Raw. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame, but we watched NXT both, and then we watched the SmackDown, and then WrestleMania. And I was actually watching WrestleMania 19 before WrestleMania started. There's been a lot of wrestling.
That sounds like a personal choice on your part.
Right.
So like when WrestleMania was 8 hours, it's like, okay, if you want to catch WrestleMania, you just got to sit here for a whole work.
But it was the go-home show for WrestleMania for Raw. It was the go-home show for WrestleMania for SmackDown. And then it was the NXT takeovers, which is always fire.
Like, they not going to recap the shit before the matches anyway. Like, they
that's
watch
how
that.
I feel. Like, I'm waiting for the promo package. I'm just here. And I got to say, it is kind of fun coming into wrestling, not having followed it consistently because everything was like, kind of exciting, like, I didn't know this was happening, or wait, this thing. It was kind of fun to not be like, I knew who most of the characters were, but I didn't know all the details of the story. So it was kind of fun. Like, I didn't know Sheamus had a bowler hat now. Like, he was
I was like, where you get this hat from, dude?
He's like bar brawling Sheamus for a while, bro. For a while.
Where did he get this gimmick? Like,
the hands.
I laughed every time. Every time I saw that picture.
Put him up.
He's definitely coming out there looking like that, dog. I'm like, bro, since when is the brawler?
No, dude, if you put a sheet of paper next to him, dog,
you gotta relax,
bro. He is the whitest. Hey, Casper jealous of that nigga's skin, bro.
Trip and a half.
Not translucent. This was the first WrestleMania since 2003 to not feature John Cena, and the first since 2012 to not feature Brock Lesnar. I didn't realize that Brock had been that consistent at WrestleMania over the last so many years, but it makes sense.
That's great.
I saw like a note about Undertaker and Triple H, but they haven't been consistent. Like I think last year was Taker there, but not Triple H, and the year before that, Undertaker wasn't there, but Triple H was there. So they've kind of had their thing, but yeah, no John Cena at all. It's a whole new world. But it was cool. If you are just like, I would recommend the Sasha Banks Bianca Belair match, and I recommend the Edge Roman Reigns Daniel Bryan triple threat. That was a really good
Bad
match.
Bunny match as well. I would recommend.
Yeah, I recommend that too.
Those would be the three matches.
Entertainment.
Those would be the three I would say.
That Cesaro.
If you only had three,
wasn't bad.
But if you only had three, does any other match knock any of those three out?
No. Those are the three.
Like those are the top three matches from the
weekend. It looked like he want to jump out the window right now.
Exactly. The
McIntyre Lashley match was really good.
Over which one would you take out for that?
What's the three again?
Sasha Banks, both of the main events, and then Bad Bunny.
No, bro, stop it.
Okay.
Don't you think it too hard?
There's nothing else.
Exactly.
Like, top three.
No. Like no.
That's the three.
Just one more thing before we move on. Like Saturday, especially, like seemed like that was kind of like a master class in like making stars. Like every match felt like a showcase for somebody. So like Cesaro got put on in a way that he hadn't been previously. Like that whole tag team match was just about like making the Giant look dominant. Like he destroyed New Day after they had been kicking AJ Styles' ass for the entire thing. That Bad Bunny match, like they killed themselves to make dude look good.
Yeah.
Like that Canadian Destroyer was all John Morrison. Like dude, like Bad Bunny literally just had to hold on. Like
just jump, bro.
Dude, right.
I'll take care of the rest.
Like if you look at all the big, like aside from like the jumps, like every big move that dude did was basically like holding on while somebody else moved, which is fine. Like that's all wrestling is. But
Piranha was beautiful.
And again, like that was like the Miz kind of spinning around with dude on his back. Like
he was with two guys who were going to make him look good.
Exactly.
And
again, like that's the whole point of wrestling. And then like Sasha did like her fucking job, like like Bianca is talented. Like I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm just saying like that was all built to make her look like a fucking star, right? Like, and they did. So like again, like that's what WWE needs to do.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
Yeah,
I'm like
walking up the stairs.
It looked like she was about to drop it. She's like, "Nah, I got it." I'm like, God.
I think with Bianca though, like the thing with me is like I got back watching wrestling while watching NXT, and she was the first person that like I literally gravitated. Remember, when I started back watching, I was like, who is this? So watching her like come from NXT to like then come to the main roster and then like be like the top woman right now. It's dope. So yeah, and I didn't know she make her own. She make her own attire and shit like that too.
Yep.
I was like, damn, she do her own makeup, hair, all that. I was like, God damn,
just talented, fam.
Yeah, like she just all around just dope as hell.
Got the picture on her Wikipedia page, like her abs just make me jealous. Like I need to go like want to work out right now, like right now.
It's like CrossFit.
But it was cool. Yeah, it was cool. It was a good weekend. It was a good weekend. I didn't watch Raw, the one after Wrestle. My husband watched the Mayor, and he was like, waste of time. They just did all a bunch of rematches. Like it was terrible. It was bad.
It's supposed to be the end of it.
Do that shit.
WrestleMania is supposed to be the end of it.
It's supposed to be the new, fresh. Yeah, the new storyline. Supposed to exactly.
But what I will say, the last couple years, the Raw after WrestleMania. Not directly after. I'm saying the week after that one has been like the season premiere. Or like they've been.
No, they need to go back to how it used to be, fam. While the momentum is high.
I think the problem is like they save all like the new like introductions and all that stuff, debuts. That was what I was looking for like the draft, because that usually comes like shortly thereafter. So it's like, well, we introduce somebody to then draft them onto a different show instead.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right. And like they don't have crowds right now, so like you aren't really popping anybody, like, because that would be a thing. Like you still have leftover WrestleMania crowd in the arena, so like that would be like the hardcore. It
was always the most rowdy crowd of the
right, and they know who like all the new people are, because whereas like a regular crowd just be like, who the fuck is Io Shirai or whatever, like Whereas the wrestling nerds are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I've watched her since she was like in the minor leagues in Japan," and like,
yeah.
All right, but yeah, y'all check out them 3 matches we mentioned. You'll enjoy them. Like if you ever liked wrestling, you would enjoy those matches.
Definitely.
Some injury news. Jamal Murray of the Denver Nuggets tore his ACL. He's out indefinitely. And that just sucks. That just sucks. That's all I can really say about that. With him being out, how do y'all think that affects the Nuggets' playoff hopes? Because, him and Jokic is pretty much like a dynamic duo. What was it on O2K? Like Orange Juice when you would activate the duo takeover? Like that's them two together.
Orange Juice.
Like Jokic by himself.
I do think that this probably further solidifies Jokic's MVP case, especially if they can kind of maintain for the rest of the regular season. As far as the playoffs, I don't know, because I wanted to say that takes away some of that creation, but they run everything through Jokic anyway. Obviously, it's gonna hurt not having him there, but if you just surround Jokic with cutters and shooters, you should still be able to be pretty successful. So
let's push MPJ up the ladder.
Yeah, I mean he's been playing well the last few games. He has been it's gonna be
Murray missed the 4 games right before this anyway.
It's gonna be interesting to see if MPJ is going to be able to continue doing what he has been doing, but with a higher volume, because now Murray's out. So now it's gonna be you get more shots now.
I mean, you got Aaron Gordon now too.
Yeah, he gonna get his too. So it's I still think they're gonna be a team in the playoffs that's gonna make some noise. But any chances of the title that they had, I think those are. I don't think they can do it without Murray. Title hopes, not without.
They got there last year too.
Yeah, not without Murray.
Games. Fucking 50 pointers and shit. What the fuck?
They turned up in the playoffs.
But to your point, Porter is he does have that high scoring potential. So if this pushes him to become more of a go-to scorer type,
not.
Right, sink or swim moment kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's ready for it. He probably.
I'm sure his dad probably be like, "Hey, it's your shit now. Go out there,
it's your team.
It's your team. Drop 50 on them and tell them this your practice."
But definitely sending out positivity to Jamal Murray, because
for sure
that's right. He's waiting for the playoffs all season. When the season started, he was like, "I wish I could just hit a button and it was the playoffs." But he got to.
That's a kid that I'm never gonna bet against. That's a dude that works his ass off. So if anybody can come back, it's him. He gonna put the work in. So
yeah. Golden State Warriors rookie center James Wiseman suffered a tear to the meniscus in his right knee, and he could miss the rest of the season. He was averaging almost 12 points and 6 rebounds per game. So hate to see his rookie season come to a drastic end like that too. So prayers up to him. Well wishes to Wiseman. And Pat Bev, Clippers guard, he's going to be out 3 to 4 weeks. He had wrist surgery. So that would put him returning right when the playoffs are starting. Is my math right?
I know sometime in late May. So
yeah,
thereabouts. I did see AD is close and LeBron isn't that much further behind him. So
yeah, I think they're talking about another week or 2 for them, and they'll be back. And you know what? The baby, the JV Lakers, y'all been holding
down. We relax. The disrespect.
The JV Lakers.
The JV Lakers ain't. I mean, y'all lost to the Knicks last night, which was kind of it happens, but
yeah, at least we beat the Nets though.
Y'all smacked the Nets though.
Yeah,
smacked the Nets.
We do what we do.
McLemore came in, ice in his veins.
Man,
I cannot wait to see LeBron, AD, and Drummond together, yo. We get our full squad back. Yo, it's going down. We finna run through these niggas.
You
we run it through
that much faith in Drummond, huh?
We run it through them.
That's the new big 3.
Yeah, out here. We run it through them.
And I think you say McLemore, okay, another shooter out there.
Yo, he was a great pickup.
No,
he's been balling.
Yeah,
I like his game.
The new JR.
I haven't watched him a lot. I like his game.
He is the J.R. Smith of that team.
Damn near. Hey, as long as he keep hitting, he go ahead of green light shit.
So they did just play the Nets. Like y'all saw Katie and Shannon Sharp going back and forth.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Would you tell the people in case they didn't see what happened?
I don't even remember what it started. It was something about rings, wasn't it? I don't remember what started. I just saw the back and forth.
It was a clip that someone posted from Undisputed where Shannon Sharp was attributing a quote to Kevin Durant that was fake, in which he was pretty much saying, like, I'm the GOAT. Like, I beat the GOAT, so what that make me? And Kevin Durant was like, when did I say that, Shannon Sharp? Like, get your drunk uncle off my TV with these lies again. And they went back and forth off of that. And I didn't like Shannon Sharp's response in that situation either.
For once, like, I'm actually on KD's side. Like, Shannon Sharp was like, if you want to talk about it, we can do this off social media. And he's like, but you said it on your national television show. Like, if we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it in front of the same people that you said it in the first place. So it's like, and then Shannon Sharp blocked him eventually.
What?
He blocked him.
Wow. Damn.
He was talking all that yik-yak on Undisputed about Michael Rappaport and how you're supposed to handle stuff. And then he got a chance to...
And then you get caught up.
And you... Damn, dog.
You get caught up, boss.
And then Kenny's like, but I'm the sensitive one.
Right.
You got a point. Like, and that's the thing with the media, like the media, quote unquote, is like if you gonna say it, like when somebody confronts you about it, like you better stand on it, because
that's real talk.
And don't try to play the whole like, oh man, we shouldn't be doing this in front of the people. Like, we can handle this like men behind it. Like, nah, you said it in front of people, we gonna handle it in front of people.
So Paul Pierce, if you ever got anything to say about what we said about you. We made sad, fam.
Hey, fuck dude. Paul, man, get out of here. Please. Please, I want all the smoke, goddammit. Please. I want it all.
So the NBA expects all arenas to be at full capacity next season. Full next season. And one step to get there is this new partnership they have with Clear. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Clear. And they have COVID-19 health screening technology that they made available to all 30 teams. So it's like a biometric screening company, and they have this technology that can sync up a fan's like medical record with a selfie to show that they are clear to come into the game, like they don't have COVID. So when I was looking at that, I was like, okay, so how does this work exactly? And it's like, you download the app, you upload a document that identifies you and a selfie, and then you link your COVID-19 results to that. And then when you get to the game, you log into your testing account through the app, and it's going to get you like a health pass, and then you get to go into the game. Take another survey, take some surveys, take another selfie to verify the selfie in the app, match your real selfie in person, and then you get to go into the game. And I wanted to ask y'all, would you go through all that to go to a game? Because I feel like that's a little excessive for me.
It's gonna become the norm.
Yeah, I think I would.
This is just a guinea pig. It's gonna be so much shit. You're probably gonna be like that for flights. You're probably gonna be like that for other shit, like all kind of shit. Traveling and
I feel like I have a bigger issue with it being a full capacity crowd than like having to do all that stuff to get into a game. Like, I don't want to be like, I feel like social distancing should be the norm. Like, I don't ever want like people within 6 feet of me. Like, to be quite honest, like I don't need like, wall to wall bodies in a small confined space. Because like, even if it's not COVID, like think about how many other different like viruses and shit are like running through that crowd. Like, that's the thing that the pandemic has really highlighted for me, is just like how gross we were comfortable being prior to all this
with everybody.
Yeah, like it's just like the thing that really solidified it for me, like in the first place, was like, well, before everything shut down, like my job had to put up signs like, "This is how you wash your hands." And I'm like, what the fuck were people doing before?
Not washing their hands, just walking out and walking out. That's what they do.
Like the fact that you have, like, you have to teach fully grown adults how to properly wash their hands. It's like,
you have to walk past the sink to walk out the door. But you don't wash your hands like that.
Another minute ain't gonna hurt you.
Exactly.
You know you finna go back and sit the fuck down or not do
And
your
touch
job
stuff.
anyway.
Bro, you come out the stall and just walk clean out. And then you go and put your hands in the donuts or something that somebody done bought. Come on, man.
See, that's why I don't mess. Like when people bring food,
that's always been
I got to be the first one to the food. Otherwise, I'd be like, I don't mean like food that somebody made. Like I mean, like they went to like Krispy Kreme and like they got it. I'm like, if this is been picked over. Forget,
this lady, all right, quick story time. We can't quick. All right, so my last job, this lady, she bought brownies, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. She literally cut the brownie, picked it up with her hands, brought it to me like this, and was like, oh, here. And I'm like, why would you? Like, why would you? Like, in my head, I'm thinking, like, why would you do that? Like, who does that shit, bro? And then expected me to eat it and got offended because I wouldn't eat the motherfucker.
Right. If this the brownie.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my bad.
I in her face too. Like, fuck out of here.
That's why she got mad that you didn't want it.
Yes, she was upset. She was like, "Oh, I was trying to be nice and bring it to you." I'm like, "Yo, bring it to me in a plate or a napkin. What you owe? Who does that?" Yeah.
I was a motherfucker handing out napkins. That's the thing. Like, here you go. Go ahead and grab that with that. Grab that with that. We're good with the napkins. No, grab that with the napkin.
Like, it's a common courtesy. I don't get, like, you want.
Who raised you, man?
Grab my stuff. Just go put a hand in there. No.
Who raised you, motherfucker?
I don't even want it anymore now that you said that. I'm good.
It's like,
I don't know if I'm ever eating a buffet ever again in life.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what. I never liked buffets to begin with.
Do they even have buffets still?
The only time I eat at a buffet is if I'm in Vegas. That's literally the only time.
Yeah, Vegas
the only buffet. Like, that's different. Like that's
that's next level.
I haven't ate at a buffet in Vegas.
That's next
level. That
is
the upper echelon of buffets. Like
that's next level.
Go nuggets.
That's where you got to spend like $80 to get it.
Exactly. I'm literally in here.
Yeah,
I'm in here like an octopus with plenty of plates.
Yeah, my mom and my cousin had a whole plate of just crab legs. Just crab, like one plate was all crab, like as high as they could pile it. Crab legs.
Was it the Bellagio?
I think we were at the Bellagio when I took them there.
They had they buffet. We did do their buffet.
I pay $80.
I feel you.
Like that's the only buffet I'm going to.
I'm gonna be there for some hours, goddamn. I'm getting my money. I'm getting my money's worth, goddamn.
That's a fact. I'm making laugh like okay, coming back to you. But yeah, no, that's what the NBA is on. I don't have a problem with like having to like verify that I have my vaccine. I don't like having to put it into an app, and then the app has my.
You should just be able to bring your card, your vaccine card.
Like, just let me be like,
yeah, like boom.
If they can't verify that's your card, I guess if you put it in the app.
Well, if you're
it is fake ones floating around, but which I mean, like, just get the fucking vaccine, like, but
exactly. What you gonna get a fake card for? Just get the motherfucker.
Like it's free, but you know what? Neither here nor there.
No, man, they gonna put a microchip in me. Motherfucker, you use a smartphone. Like, that's your microchip.
They know where you at.
They know exactly where you at, what you doing,
scans,
what you buying, what you looking for.
You worried about
digital wallets
in a fucking vaccine.
Man.
And you don't wash your hands. Fuck you.
And somebody gonna tell me the last time they had the chicken pox.
I've never had chicken pox.
That shit's damn near non-existent.
I'm just.
We had it when we was little. When one person got in our family, they made all of us get the shit.
After like 2002, maybe 2003.
Yeah, I never heard that shit.
Wait, for real? Bro. For real? Like,
seriously.
Yes. Like,
yes.
Really?
Yeah, that's why you don't hear chicken pox shit. You know why?
I've never heard it.
Dang, so we was the last generation with chicken pox?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, until all these anti-vaxxers stop getting their kids vaccinated, and then it's gonna come back.
That's I never knew that.
That's
look it up.
Crazy, you're gonna come back.
That's what I told Sam. Sam was like, "What about chicken?" I'm like, dude, that shit don't exist no more.
And why was it called chicken pox though?
Shit, I don't know.
It's a bunch of different poxes. Like,
I'm scared to. Like, I never had it. It was a girl who had lived next to us who had it, and I had went over to try to catch it, and I didn't.
You didn't get it. Yeah, see, that's how old like country people are. Like my family, one person, they take you over there.
Right.
Like, here,
They had
get it
chicken
now,
pox
so then you ain't
parties.
gotta worry about it.
Yeah, like go ahead, get it over with. Get it over
They
with.
throw a chicken pot party and shit. It's a potluck and shit. Everybody killing.
A Poxluck.
Poxluck. Oh, I see. Hey, we need a
Eric
girl.
wrote that down. He said, "Yeah, that's the title right there."
I mean, I don't know how appealing that would be to somebody just reading the title.
They
gonna be like,
what
what
the fuck was
the
going on this week?
We can get a picture of the brownie that Kim was served.
No.
Man, the disrespect.
The NBA has been hearing renewed calls from some small market execs to overhaul the buyout market. They were like, hey, it's unfairly weighted against us, and all the big market teams and all the glamour teams, they're the ones who get the people, and this ain't fair to us. Do y'all think this needs to be changed, the buyout market?
Buyout market don't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, there's a reason that these players are getting bought out, and it's because they aren't as good as they used to be. Like, Blake Griffin kind of spoke to it very succinctly. He was like, I remember when I was in Detroit, everybody was saying like I was trash, and now I'm with Brooklyn, everybody's like, oh, they built a super team and it's not fair. Like, it can't be both ways.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, Blake Griffin on a max contract is different than Blake Griffin on a minimum, but at the same time, like, it's not like you're getting, you know, all-star Blake Griffin or all-star LaMarcus Aldridge. Like, their former teams paid them to go away, so that should tell you
They bought out
where they're at in their career. Like,
We saw what Andre Drummond did to LaMarcus Aldridge. It was
Man,
embarrassing.
my man said I got to go back and watch the tape.
Ain't no tape to watch with that.
Hey, bro, you got cooked so bad. Like, shit, well, your defense atrocious. I got to go back and find out. Shit, I don't. Your guess as good as mine. You seen what the fuck he was out there doing? I don't see it myself.
I was
I was
like,
trying to guard
dang,
that man.
it ain't gonna help you. He literally just muscled you out the way. Like that's
Like, move.
that's all it was.
I did, boss.
Like you tried.
You got it, boss. You got it.
Your best efforts weren't good enough, sir. Like there's no tape that needs to be watched.
I got to go review the tape. Which is hilarious. Why was you trash? I got to go review the tape.
I got to review.
and I don't know how heavily weighted it is towards big market teams. It's heavily rated towards contenders that have playing time usually.
Yeah. Because they decided between anyway.
It just happens that at this point, most of the contenders are in big markets, but somebody's noted like the Bucks have the most buyout signings since 2015 or something like that. Granted, it's not the upper echelon of players, but they can get guys that are bought out. So I don't think that it's unfair. Right. Which, I mean, heavily rated from when LeBron was there because, again, they're a contender.
LeBron James.
So,
no, I don't think it should. I really don't, like Eric said, I don't think it has that big of an impact on anything outside of the names that's changing places. And again, it's just the names for the most part.
Yeah.
like, I think Markieff Morris and like Peja Stojakovic when he was on the Mavs in like 2011 are like the only two buyout guys that have won titles like as actual rotation pieces. So,
man, I used to love Peja Stojakovic.
Oh, well, he used to be stroking, bro. No, I mean, threes. My bad. Jesus Christ.
wait,
Tim ain't trying to help me out. He ain't shit. He just looking at me. He ain't
the way dudes like slid into the frame, like,
Hey, pause, goddammit. Tim just left me. You ain't shit, bro.
No, bro, I said
You ain't trying to help me or nothing, bro. I'll see you.
on your own, player.
Hey, I done saved you for the last 3 weeks, my guy.
He has saved you.
I've been
Like,
saving you like a motherfucker.
see, he got
Like,
used to it. Now he's expecting you to
now
save him.
oh, you ain't saved me. I feel like
security blanket.
which one of those wrestlers? The Usos. The Usos never had Roman Reigns come out and help their ass, save his ass. Never, not never. But every time Roman Reigns was getting his ass whooped, the Usos would come out and save him. He felt like the Usos, like, how? Damn, you ain't gonna save me no more. Like, you been saving me.
No, we was in this
know.
together, my nigga. Damn.
Hey, we're the tag champs, but damn.
I definitely agree with y'all on the buyout market. It's not like if you watch basketball, like these dudes ain't what they were. Like it's
Not at all.
like yes, they can be useful for sure. Like they can be useful in smaller roles at a lower price tag for sure. But it ain't like if LaMarcus Aldridge went to the Thunder, does that really change anything they were already doing?
No,
No,
not at all.
like No.
I mean, shit, LaMarcus Aldridge going to the Nets isn't going to materially change like the Nets championship odds. Like,
probably makes them worse if you ask
exactly.
me. So, yay!
Keep not playing
That's all I'm saying. Like, the more minutes y'all take away from Nick Claxton, the better for me as a Bucks fan. Take them all away. Don't let them even get on the court. Just keep throwing out Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge, and even throw out some DeAndre too. Get DeAndre out there. Y'all got like 8 centers. Just go ahead and play all of them.
I forgot he was still over there.
Yeah. They could have used him against the Lakers. If any time y'all was going to play DeAndre Jordan, it should have been against the Lakers. But
Facts.
Tis what it is. So, Newsweek reported that at least 46% of Americans would support a presidential run from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I tweeted when I caught up to Young Rock that this show makes me feel weird because it feels like it's him doing an actual political pitch. Like, that's what the show feels like. Yeah, to me, it feels like let me get you used to the idea of me being a presidential candidate. And let me tell you all these stories to show you how, like, I might be rich and stuff now, but, like, don't forget, I was like y'all. Like he's saying in the show, like he's saying it like satirically, but it's like, I feel like you're really trying to implant this into my head. And almost half of Americans would vote for him. It's happening. And he saw that and he responded by saying, quote, humbling. I don't think our founding fathers ever envisioned a 6'4", bald, tattooed, half black, half Samoan, tequila drinking, pickup truck driving, fanny pack wearing guy joining their club. But if it ever happens, it'd be my honor to serve you, the people.
That's great. Literally the people's president, bro.
Yeah. That's some wild shit, bro.
That'd be wild.
We're not done with celebrities.
That'd be wild.
We're not done with
his press conference is going to be lit, though. Press conference is going to be lit.
Cutting the promos all the time.
He'd be like, finally.
The president speaks. He'd be lighting them down crazy.
You know what? You know what, Russia? I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna smack your Rudy Poo candy ass.
I mean, but to be honest, like you said, he's 6'4". He big as fuck, bro. Like, that's an intimidating president to kind of roll around with.
So he used that all the time too, bro.
He'd easily be the most intimidating president. Like,
he walk in the room, most of the motherfuckers like, nah, we good. What y'all talking about?
I don't know if that's how diplomacy works, but
hey,
stop. You talk crazy to that big motherfucker across the room.
When I got nukes at my disposal and an army behind me, I'm gonna talk shit.
What you talking about? Blow the room.
He might punch me in the face, but like, I'm gonna send these WMDs back at his ass.
Stone Cold gonna be the Secretary of Defense.
What if he had an all like?
No, Stone Cold.
We're not done with celebrities.
That'd be.
We're not done with this.
Let's just play around. Let's just play around here. So let's say The Rock did become president, and he had to pick all former wrestlers to like fill out his cabinet. Who else would you? Who would you want to see in there with him?
Secretary of Defense would be not Stone Cold, but Sergeant Slaughter. Got the army. No, he's a Joint Chiefs. He's the head of the Joint Chiefs because he got the army.
Yeah, he got it. He got to get Farouk up in there.
IRS would be like the head of the Fed.
JBL will have a job somewhere in there because he'd
be Homeland Security.
Yeah,
probably.
There you go.
Didn't he have a thing where he was like at the border, like
he did? And he was. It was
super racist.
It was very racist.
Homeland Security and JBL, yeah, that fits.
He gonna probably bring Stephanie up in there to do something. She can be like
the press
secretary. She gonna be the press secretary. Yeah, her voice is so irritated, dude.
It's gotten a lot calmer as she's gotten older. I think that she used to purposely make her voice a higher pitch to be irritating.
Yeah, I used to hate. I was like, shut the fuck up.
But what was the dude from I Love New York that was on wrestling?
David Otunga.
Yeah, that's the Attorney General.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he legit. Yeah,
he was a real lawyer too, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. Triple H would be Speaker of the House.
So he can just spin on everybody when you come out for different.
He's gonna come in. Dude, you're wetting your suit up every time you come in this morning.
Could you please stop?
All right, what kind of questions do we have today? Like, God dang.
The game.
Kane got to be in there somewhere.
Oh, he do. He did.
Actually, he could bring back Isaac Yankem, be the Health and Human Services.
Isaac Yankem was a scary character to me. I did not like that character. The evil dentist, like that's
evil dentist.
That's too much for me. The dentist is already scary. Like that's too much. But jokes aside, I feel like our political system needs to be redone. Like this, like just period. Like the way this like it needs to be torn down and rebuilt up. Like the laws, everything in place. It doesn't make sense.
Viva la revolution.
I don't know if The Rock is what I'm looking for in that new revolution.
Nah.
But he probably gonna be Republican too. If
he definitely is a Republican.
Yeah, honest about it. Sure. But he probably be smart and be like, I'm running independent. And
I mean, he claims he's independent, but like all his political views are very, like he's a little socially liberal. Like on social issues, he's a little liberal, but like financially, like or fiscally, like yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
leans Republican.
We'll see. I'm telling you, Young Rock. That's his starting place. When 4 years come, he's sitting here talking about like, oh, I think I'm gonna run president.
Like that part of the show aside, like I actually do enjoy the show. Like it's entertaining.
No, it is a good show. It just makes me feel weird with the president part in there.
Mm-hmm.
Former major leaguer Alex Rodriguez and billionaire Mark Lore are finalizing a deal to purchase the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Lynx from majority owner Glenn Taylor. The thing with that is Taylor's going to hold full control of the team for 2 years before Rodriguez and Lore take over in 2023 if this deal goes through. And that deal would be expected to be in the $1.5 billion range. Now, Taylor has discussed keeping the Timberwolves in Minnesota. If you're not familiar with his history, he bought the team to keep them in Minnesota initially. But Rodriguez does have ties to Seattle, and we all know that Seattle wants a basketball team, so there are some fans in Minnesota who are a little uneasy about this possibly going through. Although Rodriguez and Laura are like, oh no, we love Minnesota.
We would never.
But that's exactly what's his name from who bought the Thunder and moved them, or bought the Sonics and moved them to Oklahoma City. Like it's the same thing that was said there. So
Glenn Taylor did so like there's no way at the NBA owner. Oh, he said that now, but he said no, there's no way at the NBA board of governors would approve a move to Seattle. So he has confidence that they're staying in Minnesota, but once he's out the picture, like he can't do shit about it. So
right, I'm just happy that when Herb Cole sold the Bucks, he got that right. Like, like y'all ain't
y'all can't move, bro.
This is here. This is here. Don't try to do that. So we'll see what happens with that. The league might. I don't know. I know the league has talked about expansion, so we'll see what happens by the time we get there. But 2 years.
Like Vegas and Seattle, make it simple. Call it a day.
Really simple.
Yeah.
Realign the conferences, you'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
The WNBA, they rolled out their new Nike jerseys and uniforms for the upcoming 2021 season, which happens to be their 25th anniversary celebration of the league. As Eric whispered, them jerseys are cold. It's about time they got like some jerseys that's just not sponsors. Like
the Aces jersey is nice. The black and gold one.
The black one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I went on straight to Nike. They only have them in women's sizes right now, so I'm at the wait.
Damn.
But I was ready. Give me a Liz Cambridge.
Yes, sir.
I really wanted that black Seattle, that Sue Bird. That mug sold out so quick. I was like, dang. Like, WNBA is funny.
It's on here.
Oh, it's still available?
Bro, you can't see it, but yeah.
You pulling the Tim? Yeah. Showing the screen on the screen. But no, like, I love it. I love to see they got New Jersey. They released a schedule as well. They're going to have like a break for the Olympics in there for the players to play in that. And they cut the season from 36 games to 32. So I'm looking forward to WNBA season. This is a league where it's like I bounce around teams. Like Courtney Williams is my favorite player in the league. She was killing them at her post with them Atlanta Dream jerseys. I was like, how I get one of those? I don't see you on the website, fam, but I want one of these jerseys. And I follow the players in the WNBA, so I'm looking forward to that. Like, I don't rock with Chicago, but I'm kind of tempted to get that blue tie-dyed sky jersey for Candace Park. Like, No, I don't, it just feels weird about like Chicago. Like I don't want to wear it until say Chicago. You know what I mean?
Ooh, they got the Enrique on here too.
The wings.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't really like it that much, but Milwaukee, you know. Speaking of which, shout out tomorrow, 414 day.
Hey.
Sure.
That'll also be my 1 month lock anniversary, the 14th.
Hey,
It'll be a month in on that.
that's what's up out here.
Man, listen.
Like life.
I wish we talk about that.
It's gonna be rough. You just know.
No, it's already rough. It's
gonna be rough. It's gonna get rougher.
Who got the music play? What's going on?
Oh, that was my bad.
History has made it the Masters with the first Japanese man to win a golf major. I do not know how to pronounce his name. I do not want to butcher this man's name. Do any of you know how to say it?
I think it's
Hideki Matsuyama, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to you, sir. Way to bring that home. That is tight.
Congratulations.
Again, it's weird still having all these firsts in 2021, but we got to get him at some point. So I'm glad that he was able to do that. Some transaction news, and then we'll get into. Anybody got any blow the whistles?
I do not.
I do not.
So transactions, and then we'll get into the top 5. So NFL, New England Patriots wide receiver Julian Edelman, he announced his retirement.
Where the fuck is this Hall of Fame talk coming from?
He's at a Hall of Fame.
Like, I don't understand why why it was even a question that somebody formed on their lips. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's white mediocrity at its best. Because no shade to Julian Edelman, but there's nothing Hall of Fame about his career. Like, he was a decent player for a good team for a long time, and he won a Super Bowl MVP. That's about it. That's all I got.
He should be in the ring.
He's a Patriots Hall of Fame.
Yeah, the Ring of Honor for the Patriots for sure. But NFL Hall of Fame?
Nah.
Torrey Holt isn't in the NFL in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Like, there's no way Julian Edelman should be. What you gotta say, Tim?
No, I was just looking at his stats. Let's see, how many years was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years. He has 6,000 yards, 6,800 yards, and
over those years.
Over 11 years, he has 6,800 yards
and 36 touchdowns.
How many seasons has he had over 1,000 yards?
3.
Has he had any? 3?
He had 2019, 2016, and 2013.
I don't know if there was ever a point that he definitely was never a top 5 wide receiver. Yeah. Like, I don't know if there was ever a point where he was a top 10 receiver.
He was up there in receptions a lot. But that's because he's.
I'm just saying, like, as a wide receiver, like, I never would have ranked him in my top 10, I don't think, for any individual season.
No, because he didn't really put up like top 10 seasons. Like,
yeah, he's not.
That's my point. I was saying, like, a Hall of Famer, like, you need to be like one of the best players at your position for an extended period of time. Like, I don't know if he was ever one of the best players at his position at any point in time. Like,
he was one of the key calls. Like I said, I think all 3 of those years were Super Bowl years too that they won.
Like, honestly, I couldn't distinguish him from like Wes Welker, from Danny Amendola, like. This little white receiver on the Patriots, like,
that's racist.
They could do it all.
They
had a type.
I'm just saying they got a type.
Like, I mean, Wes Welker bust their ass on Miami. They wouldn't trade it for that motherfucker. They said, no, we need him. He punt, return, kick, return, had a receiving touchdown, passing touchdown, and a rushing touchdown. They said, no, we need him. It's a wild game. They had a type.
Congrats, Julian Edelman, on your outstanding career for the Patriots.
Sorry, wait. One last thing on him, like, with Hall of Fame, like, T.O. was actually the one that kind of brought it up. He's like, that man had a PED test. Like, if Terrell Owens had ever tested positive, like, he would have been, like, despite the fact that he has superior numbers to pretty much any wide receiver that ever played the game, like, if he ever had a whiff of, like, oh, he was juicing, like, they would have got his ass out of here. But Julian Edelman, like, oh, that don't matter. That 4-game suspension, that don't matter. It's okay.
You're making a pizza pie over there or something?
It sounded like he got hit with a pan, like this McMahon, my nigga, like with that bad pan. His ass.
We can still hear you. No.
Right, mute, fam. Can you mute him?
Oh, these are the big ass words, Bishop Buns.
Tampa Bay, they signed Giovanni Bernard.
Motherfuckers keep getting like Giovanni Bernard is still
It's gonna be a nice little gadget player for them.
productive. Yes,
That's gonna be.
he's still productive. They got their power back. Like they got Ronald Jones. No, unless he's a free agent.
No, they got Jones still.
Jones, Bernard, and Fournette came back. Like them some strong fucking backs, bro. Like all of them will hit you. All of them are power backs. I mean, Fournette can go, but I mean, so Jones got some wheels too. But they more so like power backs, bro. Like that's
Buccaneers stacking up talent.
That's gross.
Like not and let me be clear. Talking about Giovanni Bernard is kind of how we talk about like buyout players, where it's like the name is a little bit bigger.
Now, ain't he?
Yeah, like the name is a little bit bigger than what he can do, but in a limited role,
his skill set fits
exactly
what they're gonna use him for, which makes him dangerous.
Exactly, because he'll just come in on a couple play. Like
he'll probably be the third down back,
just a little,
or that goal line back. Like, hey, just push
change it up a little
bro.
bit. Change it up a little bit.
Ain't he little?
He is
strong as fuck.
He's a little shifty guy.
Yeah, man.
Tennessee State is naming Eddie George as his new football coach. He's replacing Ron Reed, who had been with the Tigers since 2010. So this is the second former, NFL player going to a HBCU. So that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah,
I saw that.
No coaching experience though, right?
No, none at all. Like at least Deion had a little. Like Deion had
at least.
Yeah, a little something. But George is coming in completely.
Nothing.
No, he is completely like this is new. This is he's going to have a really strong staff.
Wait, sorry, going back to the A-Rod thing. Why somebody asked Anthony Edwards what he thought about A-Rod becoming a new governor, and he said, "Who is that?"
Yeah, he probably wouldn't though.
Hey,
he young
I like
too.
That kid, man.
Yeah, he young too.
When did A-Rod retire? Do y'all remember?
I can look it up real quick.
Yeah,
it's been some years though.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been a while. I want to say it's at least been like 6 years.
Dang, 2016.
Yeah.
Dang, he been up for 5 years?
That was I felt like it was close to 6. That was at least 6 years, but I mean 5.
It also just goes to show how many
flies.
people do not watch baseball. Like that's one of the biggest names of baseball, and he's like, who?
Right, we remember to the day when Kobe retired, but it's like the same year A-Rod stopped playing and nobody knew.
And that was a pretty big retirement at the time.
It was like yeah. I mean, I thought when Jeter retired, I remember Jeter's last year.
Jeter.
Like it wasn't a Jeter retirement, but like Jeter's last year, I remember I bought tickets to when they came to town. We had like really good seats to see Jeter in his last year. But
also, looking at this, it looks like A-Rod stunk on his way out, so he was basically done before he stopped playing. Kind of like Ryan Brown.
Hey.
Ooh.
Well, that's true though. But
y'all saw it coming.
I mean, he had moments, I guess, but
he was hurt. He was hurt a lot.
So was A-Rod.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't watch A-Rod like that. I watch Ryan.
Yeah, A-Rod. Especially towards the end of his career, he stayed hurt.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense. And Arizona fired their head coach Sean Miller. I believe Sean Miller's gonna get like some NBA assistant looks, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, man, that man stayed like with recruiting violations and shit at Arizona, so I think he need to get out of college for a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
Good place.
Makes sense. So when we were on the show last week, we had mentioned that there was a fight at the Lakers-Raptors game, and then we later on saw the footage and we were like, little scuffle, and it wasn't too bad. But Fred VanVleet, DeAndre Bembry, and THT, Talon Horton Tucker, were all suspended a game for leaving the bench. OG Anunoby and Montrezl Harrell were both fined. OG got hit with a $30,000 fine, while Montrezl got hit with a $20,000. And
so what happened?
It was like OG kind of like had caught, I forget who it was, who went for like a layup.
It wasn't Rondo because he don't play for him anymore. Who was it?
It was a little guard. He kind of like
Schroeder.
flipped him.
Yeah,
he kind of like
Schroeder.
flipped him a little bit, and he kind of just fell. And then the team goes, "Oh, what you doing?" And they push in and all that stuff. But It wasn't.
Yeah, a lot of BANs was going.
That's why I sure thought he could say it.
He's like, I've been saying this since I got in the league, fam. I don't know what more you want. We all black to the cops, ain't we? Former.
Go ahead. Just on A-Rod, just to wrap it up. So it looks like he missed 2014, came back for most of 2015, only hit 250, and then 2016 played 65 games. So yeah, his last couple years were.
250 is decent though, ain't
it? Compared to what he's been doing.
I mean, I was saying like
I'm not saying
yeah,
I'm not saying it's great, but like it's not like it's like
enough for a power hitter.
Speaking of power hitters, real quick.
Oh, yeah, he did hit 33 home runs though. So
yeah, like, he's always a power hitter.
What's been going on with Aaron Judge?
Who?
He used to get mad love.
That rookie who captivated us for a season, fam.
I thought he was still doing all right.
What's been going on with that man?
I don't know. I'll
Let me check real quick. I thought he was doing all right.
Can't like
been actually able to kind of keep up with baseball this year.
Boston been playing well. I know that.
I know the Brewers started playing well. I know that.
Well, let's see. Last year, I mean, he only played 28 games last year, but obviously, like that was the COVID season. So he hit 257 with 9 home runs. Ooh, yeah, he ain't been good. So 2019 played 102 games, hit 272, but 27 home runs. So yeah, he had 52 home runs his rookie year, and the highest since then has been 27 twice.
52 is oof.
That makes sense why we haven't talked about him since then. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That fits. Okay.
Because he was his rookie year, he's hitting home runs.
I remember
52.
Mm-hmm.
He's the reason why I tuned into the Derby. I was like, let me see this dude.
Hitting dingers.
Who was the other? Was it Bellinger or somebody? Like it was somebody in
Tony Bellinger.
Yeah,
Bellinger's cold. Yeah, he's cold.
Like he cold. Like MVP caliber
he definitely
cold.
Yeah.
That motherfucker there is nice shit.
Since we doing whatever happened to, like, is Bryce Harper still cold?
Yeah,
I feel like he went to Philly and like I just stopped hearing about him.
He was the only reason why they had a game winner the other day.
Yeah,
he had an opposite field home run.
He was hurt
like 450 feet or some shit.
Wasn't he hurt too?
Bryce Harper was hurt.
Yeah,
but Philly was doing all right. You know what I'm saying? Like they.
Again, I just feel like he used to get talked about a whole lot more. And
his hair. But I mean, yeah, he was on the way his trajectory was at first. They was like, oh, you know, he might
like
be
it was him and Trout, right?
Yeah, Mike Trout. Yeah,
Mike Trout's still doing his thing. As a casual,
he gonna be one of the best
fan,
without a ring.
He could
probably because I don't see the
as a casual baseball fan. If you are a player and I have not heard your name spoken, I'm just going to assume that you ain't doing too hot.
You garbage.
You know what I mean? Like when you casual, the big names rise. Like you know who's who, but like it's been certain names. Like I was like, I haven't heard Aaron Judge's name in a while. Like what's been going on?
Like Lindor got paid last week, and it's like I couldn't pick him out of a lineup, but I've at least heard his name before, so I'm like, he must be cold. Like Acuna Jr., like he must be cold. Like, but some of these dudes getting paid, and I'm like.
Like that Snoop Dogg gif that who?
Especially the pitchers. Like I have no idea who even is the best. Like who are the best pitchers now? Like is it still Kershaw or
Aaron
somebody
Greinke's
else?
Kershaw's still up there.
Kershaw's still up there. Greinke. What's the Mets? What's the Mets pitcher?
The Dodgers got
DeGrom.
Dodgers do got him now. Yeah.
Give me a second. I'm gonna go to Dodgers. Dodgers got like 3 of the best.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they definitely got 3 Cy Youngs and shit.
He just signed this offseason too. Shoot.
It's not that important. I was just curious.
You go ahead and look that up. I'm going to say this last or we can come back.
Okay.
Former Kansas City chief assistant and son of head coach Andy Reid, Britt Reid, he was charged with a felony DWI after that February crash that left a 5-year-old Ariel Young critically injured. So he was charged on that. We just wanted to update y'all on that story.
Please don't drink and drive. Please don't take drugs and drive. Please use an Uber, Lyft, whatever. Like, don't get behind the wheel.
Never that serious, man.
Now you have a 5-year
now.
Like now you have a 5-year-old girl that's like eating out of a feeding tube, can't speak, can't walk anymore. Like
I don't know. How you sleep at night, yo? Like, how can you live with yourself? Like that's
something that's
not worth it.
Completely avoidable.
Exactly. It's never worth it. You got Uber, you got everything.
Not that this makes any difference, but it's like that was a week before the Super Bowl. Like, why are you even going out and getting drunk anyway? Like, you need to be sitting your ass at home, like preparing for the biggest game of your career.
And it was COVID. Like, sit down, please.
Sit down.
To kind of finish that up for the pitchers, Trevor Bauer is who I was thinking of.
Trevor Bauer, that's the name I have heard.
Max Scherzer.
Yeah, Scherzer.
Zach Greinke, Clayton Kershaw.
Man, Greinke got to be old as shit now.
Greinke, he's been doing this for a while.
Greinke is striking people out with.
Fam, he's 37.
Yeah, but he's still striking cats out with a 51 mile per hour pitch.
Wait, what?
51 mile per hour pitch.
How do you even get 51 mile per hour pitch to the mound? To the plate.
And struck him out.
He's striking people out with a 51.
Because they still use them like the 98s, the 100s, the 97s, the 85s.
He just come hot. Then he comes slow. You be like, damn.
It'd be too slow.
It's like the Looney Tunes shit. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2. What the fuck is that?
All right. Well, since we ain't got no blow to whistles, let's get into the tech top 5 for the week.
For sure. I was trying to type mine in, but it won't let me, so I wrote it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tech top 5.
Yeah, I think, Tim, you got to change one of your... We can talk about this off air, but you got to change the setting in the Google Doc.
Yeah, man.
You be on suggestion mode for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Instead of on editing.
I'm on editing right now. It won't let me edit it.
That's wild.
That's why you having to make suggestions.
we gotta check your setting. Hey, this is off topic. This gif of Bucky and watching John Walker get beat up by the door of
they was whooping his ass.
They whooped the racism out that motherfucker.
No, they whooped it.
No, they whooped the racist to him.
Into him. Hey, I seen it on his face. I was like, oh, he gets super saying it to super racist.
Using that Papa John's, he wanted to say it. He was trying not to, but that man was upset that he got beat by some black women. He was not even
beat the brakes off that man.
I'll be damned.
Beat the shit out of him. Like, they ain't even got no superpowers. They just beat the shit out of your ass. You thought that shield was gonna save you, my guy? Hold on, let me hold this.
Hey, Bucky was like, looking good.
My man told me that you ain't want to fight Winter Soldier before you fight with them. Like, come on, bro. You go fight an assassin before you fight them?
Oh,
whooped his ass.
That was funny.
I was loving every minute of it.
I was too. I really do not like Captain Chin. I hate that fake Cap. I hate him so much.
That was General Cap, dog.
I cannot stand dude. Anywho, last week's Tech Top 5 was favorite DMX songs. We did that just in honor of DMX, and since we've been here, he actually passed away. And that also is added to the heaviness of this week. Just rest in peace, X, man. Like that's the big loss. Yeah, Ken, your list 1.
Hey,
shout out to you, sir.
I've
been playing DMX songs all weekend. I've been just listening to the albums. I watched the Rough Riders Chronicles on BET, which I've been meaning to, but I finally figured out how to watch it. So I knocked that out, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, rest in peace, X. Rest in peace.
For sure.
As we mentioned last week, we were initially going to be doing Diaper Dandies because, the March Madness tournament had just ended, so we pushed that to this week. In case you're unfamiliar, a Diaper Dandy is an outstanding freshman basketball player. It's a term coined by Dick Vitale.
Dickie V.
Dickie V, that man still has all the energy. He's
yeah, baby.
Let me tell you, he's a PT peer.
See, what throws me off is like Dick Vitale has been old like my entire life, but he really wasn't that old. Like when I first got introduced to him, like people looked older. Like he's probably like in his 50s. Like dudes in their 50s now be looking like Tom Cruise and shit. Like
it's
people just stop aging.
No age, yo. He went at no age at all.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. But yeah, let's hear them lists. So Diaper Dandies, best freshman. Who you got? Tim.
I was trying to settle on number 5, but I'm gonna go with Muhammad Abdul-Rauf, Chris Jackson. right?
I respect that.
Mahmoud,
Okay.
but yeah.
Number 5. Number 4, I got Kevin Durant.
Okay.
You got KD at 4?
Mm-hmm. Number 3, I got Paige. Paige.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
And number 3. Only reason why she ain't higher is because she didn't win the chip.
I forgot about her.
She didn't get a chip.
Damn, I forgot about her. That's
she won everything.
Yeah,
you making it difficult, Tim.
Everything.
No, Tim, like that's.
That was a great one.
God dang it, Tim! You just threw my list into a tizzy,
man. Just look at my list right there. I'm gonna stop putting my shit in here. No, I'm kidding.
Number 2.
Oh yeah, you do got her on it.
I'm trying
I
not.
couldn't put that on my list, so mine is. I was literally like, but
that's like when Ken would just miraculously have all the best people on this list when he was going last.
I'll be having mine in first now.
Hey, since we moved to this new format, Ken be the first one putting this stuff.
Because I ain't trying to hear shit. When I catch these W's.
Number 2, I got Melo.
Okay.
And number 1, I got Anthony Davis.
Yeah. AD.
Fam, it's some cold
brothers.
Like I'm looking at this and I'm like,
Anthony Davis won every one of those awards that everybody else won.
He won everything.
And was the number 1 overall pick. And got a chip.
Hell yeah. He did it all.
God
KD won the consistent All-American. AD had that.
Yep.
Player of the tournament. AD had that. Player of the year. AD had that. Like nobody, like everybody got these individuals outside of Paige. If Paige won a chip, she'd have been 2. I'm telling you. Because she won the same amount of awards that AD won.
Yeah.
Except she didn't get a chip. And Melo did.
Fam, just dang there, give me Tim list. Like you made a good point, sir. Like I can't.
Hey, he's still gonna lose this week.
Right. Somehow.
No, that's like it's a strike.
I mean, he only has one thing different, and like it's not quite the same order. But at 5, I had Zion. Like Zion was a force of the nature, player of the year. 4, Carmelo. Like again, he won the title, but he ain't have the individual awards like the other ones did. 3, Paige. 2, KD, National Player of the Year, and Anthony Davis, unassailable.
You know what? Okay, so I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do at this point. Okay. You know what? This is what we're gonna do.
You can't rock, paper, scissors. I was just going to say, rock, paper, scissors. Left twitch and right twitch. You don't know who's going to pick what.
Someone got to go. 5, give me Michael Beasley.
Okay.
Give me Bees.
The bee's knees.
God. 4, give me Paige.
Okay.
3.
Damn. I'm going to keep my list the same.
Give me KD at 3.
Okay.
Give me Melo at 2 and then give me AD at 1.
Okay.
I know Carmelo don't have the individual, hardware, but what he did.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Like, it's just unbelievable. So that's what I'm going to go with.
Although Syracuse had a fucking squad though, like Gary McNamara, Hakeem Ward, I think they said Billy Edlin, like they had some players.
Hakeem Ward used to be cold too.
Yeah.
Yeah, in college
he was cold. So my 5, at 5 I had Magic Johnson, 4 Zion, 3 KD, 2 Melo, and then 1 Anthony Davis.
Yeah, that was
there
difficult.
you have it.
That was difficult.
It was.
Yeah. I also wanted to shout out, of course, Jordan. He went from Mike to Michael. Wayman Tisdale, Magic Johnson, Chris Webber.
Yeah.
John Wall, I feel like had a BC year.
John Wall had a nice year.
He's doing this shit.
Dog, that was my shit, bro. I swear I lied. He need to bring that back for the one time, yo.
And he just offended, Colin Cowherd, like because he did a Dougie. Like, fuck out of here.
Hey, his Dougie was clean too. Back? Did they really?
TikTok has brought the Dougie back. Like they really Dougie. No, seriously, they done brought the Dougie back. Like it ain't never left, bro.
I'm gonna be on TikTok there. They bring the old dances back. I'm out.
Can't go get his shit off.
For real. They bringing the old dances back.
Like they literally brought the Dougie back. Like having tutorials on how to do it and all of that.
They start doing a walking out. The chicken head. I'm be over there.
What are they doing? What the fuck?
I'll be over there chicken head like a motherfucker.
Chicken noodle soup in it.
Chicken noodle soup.
I was like, that's fine. They brought it back quick. I was like, y'all brought that motherfucker around.
Honestly, chicken noodle soup.
With a soda on the side.
Like that's the original TikTok dance because them dance be involved as a motherfucker.
No, Soulja Boy did that. Are they still you? Is that on TikTok?
His
now?
song is actually number 1 on TikTok right now.
Which one? Not Crank That.
No.
I was gonna say they really bringing everything back from.
Like, bro, it's like Soulja Boy's song. Like, he do have a number 1 song on TikTok right now. So if he could say something to Randy Orton, like, bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm still relevant. I got a number 1 song on TikTok. But it's true. Like, they bringing cats back to relevancy. It's interesting.
Isn't that part of why banging got popular again in Milwaukee? At least
some girl on TikTok was.
Oh yeah, she started.
Somebody was talking shit about
the Milwaukee
banging on TikTok.
Like
yeah, and then no, it's
they out here. Tim, will you be on TikTok? You TikTok?
Somebody needs to create a dance for Bow so we can.
Hey, bring Bow back. Get Bow back into the charts, fam.
Ray Diddy. You already know what it is.
Listen,
so Tim can have awkward conversations with him again
at the bar.
I sit on that.
Hey, that was young Tim was wild, fam.
Yeah,
and you gonna put me in your video?
I don't think Tim now would say some of the things that he said then.
I was kind of reckless.
That man said,
"A little wild."
Never mind. We ain't gonna rehash
that.
We ain't gonna rehash that. But that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. We hope y'all doing well, taking care of yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
As a reminder,
don't forget, t-shirts are on sale. Well, orders are open now, so you can get your 4th anniversary Second File t-shirt. Check our socials for the links.
Mm-hmm.
You heard the man.
It's closed May 20th, so you have just over a month and a week.
Yep. And don't be I got a month. I'm gonna get it because they say it's gonna happen. It's gonna be May. You're gonna be like, dang.
It's gonna be May.
It'll be too late.
People don't get that joke no more. I'm like, what's happening with the world? I don't.
Getting older, dog.
Man, I didn't know that.
They really think we old, bro. Like for real.
I mean, the oldest members of NSYNC are pushing 50. So,
damn, for real. Oh yeah,
I think the oldest one was born in like 73 or something like that.
Goddamn.
Camille looks like devastated right now.
The oldest members of NSYNC is like 50 now? How old am I? What's happening?
Let me check, because I think it's Kirkpatrick, and I want to say...
Wow, fam.
Old ass dude.
She Make It Clap is the Soulja Boy song right now.
Make It Clap?
I've never heard that. That's a new song?
Yeah, so October 17th, 1971, Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He will be 50 in October.
Insane.
That's where we at, fam.
Insane. 50? That's crazy.
When I'm doing this podcast, when we added in this after this, like when I close all this stuff down, I'm playing some NSYNC, fam. I'm telling you, and I want to put this on record too, because it's the end of the show. People would normally be tuned out anyways. I will fight about this. It's NSYNC over Backstreet Boys, and that's just the way it goes.
But who sung that? That was NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
Backstreet Boys.
That's Backstreet. That's a hit. That's a hit. I'm not going to deny them, but
that was Backstreet Boys.
That was Backstreet.
Yeah, that was the first song.
That was that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
But NSYNC got just a little bit deeper. They just got a little bit more. But yeah, that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. As the guys said at the beginning of the show, if you're still here, remember to rate, review, subscribe, share, all that stuff. There's free ways to help us grow, and we really appreciate that. Like y'all sharing the show and telling people about us has opened up new opportunities for us. So keep doing that. Keep opening them doors for us. Keep supporting. We really appreciate y'all.
For sure.
Buy a shirt, as Eric said. And
they dope. Buy it.
Yeah, if you want to support the pod and you're like, I don't really want that shirt. I don't want to wear y'all faces. You can also just cash app us. We can we're not above that either. Like, if you just want to,
I mean, we got old shirts too. So
yeah, we got shirts.
Shirt with a logo. Oh yeah,
we got logo shirts. We got the anniversary shirts. Just hit us up. We got you covered. That being said, though, if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram.
Nigga, please.
How many times I tell you?
You don't like being called that, fam. We established at the beginning of the show.
Right.
We ain't had that many
Motherfucker.
niggas this
No,
episode.
But no, y'all can catch me at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
Your mom is fancy.
thank you, sir.
You said like you trying to run from Eric and shit. He said it quick.
What?
Aw,
Anyway, add Bucks Burner on Twitter.
that's all you get.
Goddamn right.
Everyday _ gentleman. I'm on Instagram, KHarris216. On Twitter and Snapchat. I'm sorry.
What you laughing at?
No, I guess Caesar. That was funny as well.
Oh. Hello. You need to get off?
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ask Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We'll see y'all next week, or hear y'all next week, or hear us next week. There we go.
Next week, man.
Fam, your promo video for Good News, it makes me mad every time I see it, but it makes me laugh. At the end, when you be like, I'm gonna be waiting for you. I'm like, if this nigga don't get out of here.
Break.
I literally